Hi, it's Eva Cartman, and you're listening to the Dream Big Podcast Show, the place to go to learn, laugh, and grow. Today, we are celebrating the 2-year anniversary of the Dream Big Podcast. And I am going to answer a question from a big dreamer who has a big dream to become a black belt in karate, but is about ready to give up because he feels like he's not improving fast enough and that the big dream is out of his grasp. I'm excited to share a secret that I believe will get him back on the journey to achieving his big dream of getting a black belt, even if that won't happen for many, many years. And since we are talking about dreams, you know what time it is. It's time to dream big. My name is Eva Cartman. I'm part of a squad of super kids that are here to change the world. We don't believe you need to be adults to have big goals and start working towards your dreams. We believe age is just a number, and you're never too young to make a difference. We may be young, but we are not naive. We understand that achieving our big dreams will not be easy. It will take incredible dedication, hard work, and yes, massive action. There will be ups and downs, but we embrace the challenges and relish pushing outside of our comfort zone because this is how we grow. They may not teach us these concepts in our school textbooks, but we are smart enough to know that the tools and tactics to achieve our big dreams are out there, and we are willing to do the work to seek out these skills and master them because we know that our future depends on it. We are the big dreamers, and it's time to dream big. Quick announcement regarding the Dream Big Academy. We are hard at work to create the best course ever for kids to learn success principles. What it will take to have a happy, fulfilled life at home, school, and beyond into your adult years. To be the first to know when the Academy is ready, go to dreambigpodcast.com/waitlist and sign up today. Also, I wanted to quickly note that this episode marks the 2-year anniversary of the Dream Big Podcast. We launched our first episode on October 19th, 2016. I won't spend much time reflecting on the past 2 years because we just celebrated our 100th episode recently. And in that episode, which you can find at dreambigpodcast.com/100, I went over the top lessons I had learned through the first 100 episodes. But I did want to at least say thank you for all your support over the first 2 years of the podcast. It has been an amazing ride, and I'm not slowing down, so the journey continues. And now, on to this week's question. Big dreamers, please remember that if you want me to answer your questions, please email the question to olga@dreambigpodcast.com. We often need to ask some follow-up questions to make sure we understand what you're asking. So please email my mom at olga@dreambigpodcast.com, and we will get back to you. Today's question is from John Woodley, who lives in New Orleans. John writes, Eva, I am a big fan of the Dream Big podcast. I'm 10 years old, and I have a big dream, to be a black belt in karate. I have been working really, really hard going to the karate studio as much as my parents will take me, but I only have 2 stripes on my orange belt, which means I'm still at least 2 years away from qualifying to test for my black belt, and that can easily stretch to 3 to 4 years. I want you to know that I am willing to work hard. I am not lazy, but I just don't think I can wait 2 to 4 years. Even though I love the dream of being a black belt, I'm really not happy with where I am today. Do you have any advice for me? Hi, John. Thanks for the great question, and I definitely have some advice for this situation. And it is advice that can apply to all our big dreamers. For those who are aiming to reach the top levels at whatever it is you love, whether that's karate, horseback riding, gymnastics, dancing, singing, speaking, an instrument, art, programming, whatever it is that you have a big dream about, the advice is the same. And that advice is that you need to, 1, Drop this idea that you are going to become great at something overnight. If it was easy to reach the top level, then everyone would be there. And 2, and this is the really important part, you need to fall in love with the journey as much as the dream. What do I mean by that? If you have a big dream, the reason why it's a big dream is because it's not easy. Nobody ever says it is my big dream to get a white belt in karate. It's easy to get a white belt in karate. That's the level that you start at on day 1. The reason why the black belt is John's big dream is that it has a meaning. It means that you worked hard and got better and improved and struggled and improved more, while most others around you either got tired and quit or realized they did not have the passion for it, so they stopped going. But the truth is that it takes a huge amount of dedication to get to that level. And that is the same if you want to be a college or pro athlete, if you want to win a singing competition or get a scholarship for music in college, if you want to become a brain surgeon or a CEO of a big company. If you want to have big dreams, you can expect that it will take a lot of work and usually many years, if not decades, to get there. You heard in the last episode of the podcast that Joe DeSena has a big dream of getting 100 million people off the couch. He's already got 5 million off, which is a huge number. But he's going for 100 million, which he knows will not take a day or months or even years, but decades to accomplish. John, if you're expecting to become a black belt in the first year, then your expectation was just way off. And of course, you're setting yourself up to be frustrated. So to review, number 1 is to know and expect that big dreams are big because they are hard. And therefore, you can expect that it will take a lot of time to achieve them. So that leads me to part 2, which is to fall in love not only with the big dream, but the journey itself. We already established that it will likely take a very long time for you to achieve your big dream. So you're actually slowing yourself down if you're putting any of your energy into being upset or disappointed that the big dream is so far away. Imagine if instead you put that energy into doing the best you can in this moment, which includes enjoying the moment, so that you will not learn to be frustrated with the journey, but come to love the process. Let's take karate, for example. I personally have not trained in martial arts, but I understand from doing some basic research that every studio and form of martial arts has its own belt structure, and the time it takes to achieve a black belt can vary. But it almost always takes at least 2 years and can take much, much longer than that. In doing my research, I found one studio that had white, yellow, orange, purple, blue, green, brown, red, and then black. And in each one of those colors, you had to earn 3 to 4 stripes to move on to the next belt. So if you are orange now at a studio that has similar belt system, at this point, you're still going to have to get purple, blue, green, brown, and red, and get stripes within those belts before you can even test for black. So if you're already obsessing over black, then surely things are moving too slowly. What if you keep that big dream of getting to black belt, but put all your energy and excitement to earning your purple belt, and then celebrating that accomplishment, that part of your journey, and then turn to focus on blue? Not because you don't want to get black, but because you know you first have to get to blue. Again, this really does apply to whatever it is you are doing. We are about to start working with Sophia on learning to ride a bike. We go bike riding a lot on the beach, and she really wants to be able to ride her own bike with us.
I can't wait to ride my bike with my mom, dad, and Eva at the beach. It's so much fun. It's going to be amazing.
So that's her big dream. But she has to hit certain milestones. First, she needs to learn how to ride with training wheels. Ultimately, we need to get her to learn to ride without training wheels and practice a lot in a quiet neighborhood with no other cars or bikes around till she gets comfortable enough. Once she has mastered how to brake, turn, and feel comfortable around other bikes, then we can consider taking her onto the boardwalk. And again, no matter what is your big dream, if it is big, if you want to reach the highest levels in a sport or music or business or in school, then you need to realize that 1, it is not going to happen overnight. That's why it is a big dream. And 2, you need to learn to love the journey. That's why most people give up, because they want the results, but they don't want to put in the work. If you can learn to embrace the work, then the whole experience becomes a positive one, including the journey, and you can make that big dream come true. So, John, if you want that black belt, I know you can get it. Just understand that it will take time, and that you should accept that and embrace the journey. You mentioned in your email to me that you are 10 years old and that it can take another 3 to 4 years to get your black belt. Think about it this way. Even if that ended up stretching to 6 years, you'd still be a black belt by the age of 16, which is amazing. Not many people can accomplish one of their big dreams by 16, especially not one as cool as becoming a black belt. So keep sticking with it. I can tell that you are passionate about it. You just need to make this adjustment to your mindset and you'll enjoy the process and achieve your big dream. Did you love this episode? If so, please tell your friends and family about the Dream Big podcast. If everyone listening can just tell one person about this episode, that would lead to a chain reaction that would get the Dream Big podcast in front of so many new people, which would be amazing. You can point them to our show notes, dreambigpodcast.com/108. And please do take a few moments to leave us a review as well at dreambigpodcast.com/iTunes. We really appreciate your reviews, and it helps us grow the show. So remember, that's dreambigpodcast.com/iTunes. Finally, if you're interested in being a part of the Dream Big Academy, please go to dreambigpodcast.com/waitlist to sign up for our early bird list so you can be the first to know when it is ready. As always, thank you so much for tuning in to the Dream Big Podcast. This is Eva Cartman reminding you that you have unlimited potential. Your dreams are not optional. You need to make them essential. So take massive action to turn those big dreams into reality. Live with passion, the way life is meant to be. See you next episode. Bye-bye.